What's up, guys? It's me, your boy, chilling before my crazy week comes to play because I'm gonna be out of town. I'm gonna be basically around LA, basically going on a skate tour, just with the family, and also visiting my cousins. It's gonna be an interesting time just to see my cousins. I haven't seen them since like 2 years ago, and pretty much it was when I had my old channel, like before, like pretty much 300 or something, like 300 subs. But now, since I'm like kind of like in the sprint of my channel, literally running to actually get to 2K or something, it's gonna be interesting what from their reactions to see my channel because I'm talking about like how when I was used to be a gameplay channel, and they're gonna see the whole progress and everything. So it's gonna be a spectacle to actually, see their reaction. I don't know. Maybe they might not be surprised. They probably be like, "Oh, I want that's cool. I'm proud of you," stuff like that. Kind of keep it low key. But I know that they're, because I believe my other cousin used to have a channel. I mean, he does, but he doesn't really upload any videos or anything like that. So I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, pretty much a busy day for the tomorrow. I mean, well, busy day on Sunday. I'm recording this on Friday. Usually I never record on Friday, but right now I'm going to be busy. Gosh, I've been very busy. I've been trying to set up the car to actually know that if we're going to survive to actually get there. Hotel setups and also packing. So pretty much just the whole 9 yards of actually really setting up for a vacation trip, which is actually just a road trip, but a vacation trip around down south, SoCal, Arizona, and also Nevada maybe. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. A lot of skating, that's for sure. So gotta bring my sneaks with me and also my boards. But speaking of skateboarding, pretty much I am gonna talk about the Olympics and a bit of skateboarding here and there since there's gonna be a park and street finals. There's been going a lot of things going on with the Olympics. I just saw the opening ceremonies, and I am gonna talk about this animation that they had from like kind of from I almost said Studio Ghibli. I don't know if it is from Ghibli, kind of looks like it. But it's a pretty cool one. I just really want to talk about it later on because I do have sections on this VinzTalk. It's I talk about games, which is the game cast, and tune, which is the tune cast, and this is basically the life cast because I talk about my life. But yeah, today here in Vincent Talk, we're just gonna talk about me just recapping my time with Stefan when we were basically just making content. I kind of have to edit the videos of us doing gameplays. He also been really asking for the gameplays. He's just like, hey, send me the gameplays. But it's kind of just been hard. I'm like, I can't, Stefan. I literally can't send or message you this freaking 10-minute gameplay, even though it is small in some cases for some people. My phone doesn't have enough gigs to actually really send anyone like a 10-minute video or even an hour. That's going to be interesting in terms of like interviews or podcasts with other content creators because that's something I'm planning to do. Because how am I supposed to send them like an hour recording of me, like, or an hour video, like, or an hour vlog? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to really work that, but it's gonna take a lot of figuring out, I guess. Other than that, also I'm gonna be talking about EA Play Live 2021. Pretty much, they just had their live a couple days ago, and there was a couple of cool games. And next on the Tooncast, yeah, talk about that Olympic animation that I just saw, and a little bit of Space Jam, which I already made a video of, but yeah, Space Jam. I'm just gonna really just uh say a couple things that I haven't said at review because I feel like I could have said a bunch. But yeah, pretty much me and Stefan, we just had our podcast. We had a long day hanging out, and he was energetic. He even was very really ready to actually for us to go to LA if he wants. And pretty much I feel like almost anywhere that I go, pretty much I I do have this feeling to actually do bring him, but it's always the financial part, and it's always the like me wanting to take a breather and be alone, my mental part, which is me being alone from anyone, I guess, especially my family. But I don't know, it's just like I do want that to happen. But yeah, that's just something I got to figure out, I guess, because who's paying for the trip? But yeah, of course we just had our hangouts and we just What did we do actually? I mean, I know I we went to the skate park, and I keep really I have to remind myself like there's a lot of people that follow this channel that don't care about skateboarding or don't really know much about it or anything. I don't expect that. You know, for me personally, I really don't not I'm not skateboarding 24/7, knowing that my love for skateboarding itself doesn't really balance true things that I really love to do, which is reading and dancing, and also other stuff that I have other interests, outside of skateboarding. But it's just like that's why I kind of stopped doing the whole skate with Vince thing, because it got to a point where I'm like, well, what am I doing with this? With this kind of me, knowing that if there's going to be a lot of things for me to focus to talk about in such a better quality, I kind of have to do it in a way where I have to talk about it, focusedly. And also that's why I put the gameplays and on the background, and pretty much me talking on the background of the gameplay, because I kind of just want to focus on the topics that I just truly want to talk about podcast style, and actually just address them. But with the with playing a game the same time as talking, and pretty much even playing the skate game, is kind of like, even though I'm good at it, it's still kind of tricky for me to actually maneuver, knowing that it's I have to process, but I also have to watch what tricks I'm doing to make it look nice. So it's kind of like that kind of balance. And yeah, and pretty much me and Stefan, I kind of have to continue back to me and Stefan, even though I tend to ramble, and that's what we've been doing. Trust me, with me and Stefan, you think I'm rambling in and out of this whole entire Vince talk? Me and Stefan, we rambled so much. We just got so off topic on so many levels, and but it works so well knowing that we came back to those topics, because I did learn from many years of doing podcasting. Well, at least with me, Stefan, I have never done a podcast with anyone else. For those that didn't know, I always wanted to do a podcast with somebody, or actually be part of a collab, to be part of a podcast with with others that are interested of inviting me. But it has always been with Stefan and me. It always has been like that, and it's either me or with my boy Stefan. I have never ever, and I mean ever, done a podcast with anybody. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of depressing knowing that I guess nobody doesn't want to do a podcast with me. That's like, come on, like I'm trying here. Like I can definitely keep up, and I'm not the best when it comes to actually flowy kind of conversations. Maybe I am. It depends on the mood or the day, but yeah, it's just that that has never happened. That's kind of, we're talking about like years. I've been doing YouTube for like ever since 2014, and I never done a recorded podcast with anyone. I did, of course, I had conversations with so many people, but none of them were recorded. So it was only me and Stefan, and of course, maybe some, yeah, I don't know, yeah, just me and Stefan. So basically, yeah, that's something I noticed, and I guess this is sort of, I don't know, 2014, now it's 2021. You do the math, but I guess this is sort of like, we've been doing this for years in terms of talking. I guess this would count as like an anniversary for it, if I can think of when I start, basically. But yeah, basic crazy funny podcast we did. I was trying to bust out jokes. I had my own quips, of course, and you guys find just calm and also collected. Well, I'm like, that's always the thing about me. I'm kind of like just like the crazy dog that is like, and Stefan is like the cool cat. He's chill and I'm crazy, and it's just, it has this mix of different things. And not that I'm crazy, like full on psycho. I'm crazy in a sense like my that's sort of my humor, and I tend to actually break go in beyond barriers of my accent, knowing that what it can handle, because there's times where I do flumble my words like and pretty much it wouldn't make sense to anyone. But I'm surprised I actually kept up this whole accent thing going on, knowing that I can't really help it. My Jersey accent is not going away. I wish it does, but it ain't going away, baby. But yeah, moving on, uh, looking down the list. Yeah, I think last Sunday when I was uploading a bunch of videos, and after that, especially uploading the last Vince talk, which was last Sunday, there was a blackout that just happened, and that was kind of interesting. I never thought there would be a blackout in a while, but yeah, that blackout just happens to just came out of nowhere. It was just like happened at that point. That was just interesting. My goodness. And what else? I put something about Lil Nas X. That song is stuck in my head. Industry, baby. I mean, the music video, you know my opinion is, ooh, baby. Like, come on, prison be that lit? Okay. I don't know. I guess media makes prison look nice, but even though it isn't, I wouldn't really recommend to anyone. But what in earth is this video? That is this the first ever music video where naked dudes, divine naked dudes, are actually just dancing with the dicks out? Like, is this what's happening? Like, Lil Nas X is really breaking barriers out here with that kind of stuff. Not everyone's gonna dig it, but I am the first ever kind of openly gay kind of like rapper that's out there repping. But yeah. Also, I gotta finish the whole me and Stefan. I forgot to put this out there. Yeah, we were talking about comments. He was really wanting to actually finish the whole comment section of it. I just remembered. I guarantee you, with all whatever we're about to talk about, I'm probably gonna remember a bunch of stuff that me and Stefan talk about. Well, we did talk about the Olympics, and speaking of the Olympics, yeah, pretty much. I forget my predictions. I have to look back at my video because I did make a video of my predictions of who's going to be winner of the Olympics. Look, Nyjah Houston, that dude's unbeatable. Leticia Bufani. I don't know what's up with that sponsor she did with Trojan. Like, Trojan skateboarding doesn't match, but okay, do you? Leticia. Also, another thing about Leticia Bufani, for those that don't know, one of the best female skaters out there. Like the girl that's known for wearing yoga pants almost all the time when she skates. What skater wears yoga pants? I'm sorry. I don't know. Pants that tie and you skateboarding on them. That's interesting, but it's not, it just doesn't appeal in any sorts. And I don't know, even like, I never find Leticia like appealing or even Nyjah at all because I never look at them that way. I always see them like as, yeah, they're dope skaters. But there's always like this style that is kind of like satire to the point where I'm just like, okay, this is enough. This has to stop. But yeah, Leticia pretty much like definitely is gonna win. Definitely is gonna win the women category. Okay. I'm really hoping that Andy Anderson might take the pole part, repping Canada. And let me be honest, I don't know how the Olympics is going to go. There's so many stuff going on. I know they just had their opening ceremony, which was nice. It looks amazing. And pretty much they had the other countries. I didn't even see a lot of countries actually there. For some reason, I didn't see Morocco. I didn't see the Philippines. Look, there were so many countries. I wish I saw the full ceremony. And I don't know where to watch it. I don't know where. Maybe somewhere around TV, but they show a little glimpse of it on the Olympic channel. And basically, I didn't really see much at all because it was empty. There was this live stream that was, it said like, oh, Olympics live, Tokyo thing, but it was basically a lie because the stream was showing the older Olympics and there was people surrounding the whole entire stadium. And I was like, this can't be Tokyo. This is a super spreader. Like, this is not good. But it's of course, it's when I found out, like, yeah, this is not Tokyo 20 Olympics. This is not the one. Yeah, they lied to us. But yeah, pretty much I did watch, the ceremony a little bit, or at least what Olympics is really willing to show. And the games has begun. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Really hope things goes to fix. Yujin might take gold again. Simone Biles might take gold again. There could be so many spreads and it could be bad. And, the protest is bad. And there's a storm, I heard. There is this cool object where they show, like, what? I heard it said, like, in the title, like a video said, planet-size drone. I'm like, pause. You gotta stop right there. Planet-size drone. Maybe it's for a clickbait, but it's a planet-sized drone. It's the size of a planet that is also has drones surrounding it, making the icon for the 2020 Olympics. But I was looking at it, I was like, that is crazy. How do you fathom that size? It's a freaking planet size. But then again, it's actually smaller, of course. It's smaller than the freaking stadium. But still, you gotta stop clickbait. I don't know who did it. I'm not sure if it was CNN or some channel or maybe Bloomberg or something like that. But yeah, someone or some channel actually put like a video like, hey, there's a plant-sized drone above the stadium. I'm like, stop. What? Really? Are you sure? That's because that's crazy if it is. Look, I'm already kind of, especially how Jeff Bezos was at space with this what white dildo thing, as people call it, a spaceship, and also like, of course, the CEO of Ver, what was it? Virgin Galactic. That's why it's called Virgin Galactic. It feels like I'm making these sex jokes, but no, people like there's playing company called Virgin Galactics. They launched their CEO to space, and also there's this white dildo spaceship rocket launching up to space by Jeff Bezos, and they succeeded. So when they put out this thing called like a planet-sized drone, I was almost to the point where I would literally believe them, especially how space travel is beginning to be more prevalent nowadays. And yeah, it's just interesting how that's like, sort of my reaction to it. But other than that, yeah, the Olympics, hey, Godspeed. That's all I can say. Pretty much good luck to anyone else that is there because I don't know what's really about to happen. It's going to be interesting weeks, but don't worry, I'm going to be on vacation, so I'm going to be busy, so I'm probably not going to see the whole thing, of course, unless it's the skateboarding part, unless Trasher uploads some of the videos or Barracks or whatever. But yeah, that's something interesting. Okay, and on to the Gamecast. There was some interesting stuff in the Gamecast, like, before I talk about Gamecast, this is not in the full-on EA play because that is the main thing I'm supposed to talk about. But no, pretty much there was a big announcement, and this is something that I've been saving up to really, really make a video to talk about, but I guess I didn't have the time for it. Um, Skate 4, it's actually here. Whoever thought that I would actually say these words? Skate 4 is coming. Because there's a trailer. I really could have told that to Stefan. I felt so bad. Oh my goodness. I could have told Stefan like, "Hey, Stefan, guess what? There's Skate 4." You could have freaked out. But yeah, Skate 4. It's not called Skate 4. It's called Skate. I guess they're starting from scratch. I don't know. It could be a remake. I really hope it's not. I really hope it's a brand new Skate game from the Skate series. And I saw this trailer. It was literally from the Skate channel that they had, and they had all these content creators that were playing Skate the game and also Skate Tree from all their life, like ranging from Grinner to Zexy Zek, which I'm surprised that still makes content for Skate games. It's so crazy how the skate community well, actually not the skateboarding community, the real life, no, the skate community surrounding the game of skate is actually involved in this. That's actually a big deal that they made that happen. So this is turning out a beautiful thing. Skate games are just rising, so they gotta make it happen. Especially how the Olympics is here and skateboarding debut in the Olympics. I don't know. This is sort of like the year of the skateboarding where it's just rising. Even though especially a good time as well because I'm slowly trying to really get better in skateboarding. So that's just cool to see. So I hope I'll definitely update on whatever is going on there. Pretty much they're gonna update. Many people are gonna update like, oh, a new skate game. I wish they actually showcased this in E3. That could have been the perfect reaction. That couldn't have been perfect. But yeah, nothing about skate yet. They haven't shown any gameplay. They just show a fun trailer with fans. So I don't know. Other than that, yeah, let's talk about EA Play Live 2021. I mean, Skate is already is that I wanted, but hey, let's talk about some other games that actually I'm looking forward to. So there's this game called Lost in Random, which involves a dice. It has this Tim Burton-esque kind of look to it. F1, for some reason I like it. For those that don't know, I'm not a fan of F1. I did watch the Netflix series, and that was so good. And pretty much, yeah, they're gonna be showcasing F1. Pretty much a game involving F1. I'm not sure if it's the first ever game from F1, but then again, it's not the first ever racing game, that's for sure. FIFA, gosh, FIFA showed this thing with using some kind of technology to make it, point of view, which I'm like, why would you do that? Who wants to play a first person mode FIFA? I don't know. I mean, then again, they didn't show much sport games. They didn't show any like Madden, NBA, or whatever, all that junk. But yeah, FIFA, I guess. Apex. they showed something, Apex Legends. My cousin loved Apex Legends. I'm definitely gonna play with him when I get to, their crib. But yeah, Apex has a new character, and I gotta say, EA's trying to get me. This character looking fine. Like Seer, I'm like, bro, you up in the abs and you like looking like freaking Travis Scott. What are you trying to say with the hat and everything and his skill set? Like, damn, like this character looks sick. I really dig it. So Apex Legends got something. And Knockout City put out something as well for new levels. I personally don't enjoy much of Knockout City. I played the game on my Switch. It was okay. But yeah, also they announced Dead Space, a new Dead Space game, so that's pretty cool. Speaking of Switch, I also actually downloaded Pokemon Unite. I was planning to play with my friend Stefan, but I guess I didn't have the chance to play it because we were too busy playing other games that were actually, somewhat interesting. Go check out my second channel. I'm probably gonna upload videos about it. But yeah, I played Pokemon Unite, and it was pretty cool. I dig it. I gotta say, I actually, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the game, but personally for me, I like MOBAs. I like League of Legends. I don't like the community, but I love a League of Legends. Okay, especially the new Netflix coming soon. I really hope to see that. But for this one, League of Legends mixed with Pokemon, it's not bad. It's not bad. It can get competitive. It can get real, but oh my goodness, the gameplay content, I love it. Also, there's this whole thing going on in terms of allegations with Activision and Blizzard. So it's something about like the frat culture or whatever. So I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty much it's saying like, even the attorney of California is actually onto it. So that's serious, especially in terms of work, grooming, and also a lot of things, a lot really interesting and also messed up things that happen within like these two companies, Activision and Blizzard. And of course, kind of funny, talked about it. They actually went in detail about it. But for me personally, I don't know. I don't know. That's not my field. But then again, allegation itself, hopefully they get that handled because it sounds pretty serious. Also, Anime Matsuri. For some reason, I put this in the Gamecast, but I saw a couple of videos of Anime Matsuri. Shout out to Otaku Ministry for uploading the videos. It's this channel that he talks about. I just want to really preference that, I had a hard time listening to this channel itself. So it's, just a quick heads up. Listen carefully when he's talking because he does have like a hard time with, like, it's not an accent that he has. For me, I have an accent, but he has this way of talking where, I don't know, it's sort of like a disability or something like that. But he actually does pretty well in terms of actually covering like, different topics of anime. And, I just want to give a shout out because I really like his channel. But yeah, Anime Matsuri, they just had their like, convention a couple of weeks ago and something like that in Texas. And it's literally like not a lot of people were wearing masks because a lot of people were tired of it, I guess. And yeah, it was just cool to see. And yeah, me and Stefan, we watched a little bit of videos of it, and we were surprised of like how packed it is. It is real packed. I heard it's like this, like the third biggest like anime convention out there. Oh, it'll be interesting to see Anime Expo again. God. But next up, yeah, let's go into Tooncast. Let's talk about some tunes. I mean, pretty much in the animation world itself, I didn't really watch anything surrounding Miraculous Ladybug. But at all, I'm still working on actually making a review of Mega Leech. That's what the video is called. I'm kind of disturbed and scared to know why it's called Mega Leech because it showed a little something about things popping out. Like, oh, okay, that's a nightmare. But yep, this is gonna be an interesting episode. I mean, they're already making episodes that are just like probably not for kids at this point. I don't know what Astro's doing, but more Miraculous Ladybug reviews coming soon. Space Jam New Legacy, I just reviewed that. I actually cut out a couple of parts of it about it, even though it was unedited. I wish I actually give a much more, slim kind of like smooth review. Then again, I wish everything that I do is smooth in terms of talking because this podcast itself, or at least VinzTalk, is kind of like unedited. And it's kind of like for me, I'm just shooting and freestyling, but I have a couple of topics. So I don't know. Nothing's perfect. Also, Tomorrow's Leaves from oh yeah, it's called Tomorrow's Leaves. The Olympics showcase this thing. It's a animation short film from Studio Ponuk. It looks very Ghibli-ish, like from Studio Ghibli, but it isn't. I'm pretty sure it might be from. I don't know. I don't know the story about Studio Ponuk. I think it's called. I could be wrong saying that. I don't know, guys. But yeah, it's called Tomorrow's Leaves, and it looks interesting. It kind of has this like I love the water animation of this because there's something about the water itself, the sea. When you look at it from a far distance, it gives you this feeling that you're feeling one within earth, even though at least to me, like knowing that yeah, life can be hard and everything, but once you look at the bigger picture, it really heals you up. I wish a lot of people really see that, because a lot of times it can really help your mental health when you actually look at certain things, the bigger picture. That's why I like looking at videos of countries, and I love traveling and stuff like that, and I miss doing traveling. I love going to islands that are not a lot of people go to, like islands, especially in the Pacific Islands, like my people, like places in the Philippines, and my family, but also Tuvalu. I would love to go to like Papua. I like to go to like Guam, even though like there's not a lot there, but it's always interesting to actually see those islands, and that's the vibe that gave me when I saw this short film from Studio Ponuk, Tomorrow's Leaves. Also showing different sports of these different kids actually doing it, maybe the aspect of teamwork and the drama that feels with it. Man, it's interesting that they put that. I wish they kind of showcased that in the Olympics itself. Very unfortunate. I really hope for the best for the Olympics. That's all I can say. I don't know what's going on there, but I really don't want it to fail. There's this certain sport that I truly want to see. It's the new sport, and it's pretty much called breaking. And I want to see that in the next Olympics. And it's either this Olympics, and the thing what I heard is that if this Olympics didn't happen, it will be 10 times more expensive. It was if it was delayed and postponed. So it's understandable why they didn't have it postponed, even though they should, but it's understandable that they didn't, because it would be 10 times more expensive and especially way more complicated. This is the first time in history of the Olympics, especially being the biggest sports event here on planet Earth. Yeah, it's crazy. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you subscribe, like, comment, all the jazz. Hopefully this podcast wasn't long enough. But I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'll be back soon. I just really need a week break. I've been making these videos. I just really need a time that I don't want to focus on the videos. I just want to focus on really, enjoying my life and having a vacation that I didn't have because, freaking 2020 and quarantine and all that BS. That I just want to actually just live, and pretty much it's good to actually have that and experience that, because I truly need it. Other than that, thank you guys for all the support. I love you guys so much. It may not seem like it because I'm tired. I need some sleep. I really do. But you guys really help me through a lot. I lost so many friends in the past, and you guys rejuvenated knowing that, pretty much you guys are my friends. Just want to let you know that, okay? And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. One love. And yeah, a peace.